This is our vocabulary page. Now, don't worry, we have 2 vocabulary pages, and as I explained in the class yesterday, you don't have to memorize all of them. You don't even have to know or use all of them. This is just for us to use when we are constructing our sentences for our oral. So, we only did a few of them. The rest of them we're going to do next week, actually, just, so you have something extra if you want to practice during the holiday before next term. But don't worry too much about them. They're not for memorizing. It's just for us to understand the concepts. So there's an open gap next to each word. That is for you guys to write down the sentence I'm going to be giving you. Because we're practicing how to use these words in a sentence so that it makes more sense to us. So our first word is kai. Kai means open. Okay? So we can say, for example, do you remember we learned men and we learned the word 不要, like don't do something. Like 不要 or 别, they both mean the same thing. 不要 is do not and 别 is don't. So let's say we were saying yesterday it's very windy and rainy outside and you don't want your friend to open the door. You will tell them 不要开门, 不要开门 or 别开门. If you want to tell someone to open the door, you can just say 开门. Very simple. 开门. Okay, some of you also asked what is close. Close is 关. So 不要关门. Or you can ask them to close the door. 关门. If you want to be more polite, you say 请. 请 means please. 请关门. Okay, 请开门. 请关门. So next we've got 来. 来 means come. Like if you want to tell someone to come here, you can say 过来. 过 means over. It means like come over here. Come over. 过来. But they say overcome, but they mean come over. 过来. 请过来. Okay, or you can say, if someone calls you and say, hey, come over here, and you want to answer, okay, I'm coming, you can say 我来. 我来, or you can say 我来了. It's also just a more complete way of saying it. The next word, 有. 有 is have, to have something. We explained this yesterday in the classes. Let's say you're at your friend's house and you want to ask them if they have some bread because you want to make yourself a sandwich. You're kind of hungry. So you can ask your friend, 你有面包吗? 你有面包吗? Do you have bread? And they can answer you. They can say 我有面包 if they want, the whole sentence. Or they can just say 有. To answer someone if they ask you if you have something and you want to say you have it, you can just say 有. That's totally fine. Then underneath it, you will see 没有. So we cannot use 不 with the word 有. It's just the way it is. It's a rule. You have to say 没. It also means like not, the negative, okay? So 没有 means don't have. 没有. Okay, so you can answer. So for the top one for 有, our sentence was 你有面包吗? And you can answer at the bottom. I want you to write the sentence 我没有面包. You can also just answer and say 没有, 没有. But just for now, so we can practice our writing and get it into our head, we're going to write 我没有面包. The next one, 你几岁? 你几岁? So 岁 means your age. You cannot use 岁 for years for other things like I went somewhere for so and so many years. That is 年. 年 is year. But only for age, if you want to say how old you are or how old someone is, then we use 岁. 你几岁? 几 means how many. It's a question word. So you will notice here that we don't have to add ma to make it a question. Remember, ma makes everything a question. But if there's already a question word in the sentence, question words are when, why, what, who, how, right? Or how many, in this case, how many. Then it's already a question and we do not add ma. So, 你几岁?你几岁? How old are you? You can answer with 我8岁 I'm 8 years old. 我11岁 I'm 11 years old, however old you are. Now we're going to skip a few. We're going to do them next week. We're going to go down to 名字. 名字 means name. Okay? And underneath 名字 you will see 叫. 叫 means call or to call someone or to be called. It also means basically your name. So, next to 名字, I want you to write 你叫什么名字? What is your name? So it's actually you called or like are called, you are called. What? 什么 is what? Name. And you see here once again we don't add ma because 什么, what, is already a question word. So we don't have to add ma to make it a question. 你叫什么名字? And then underneath that, next to 叫, I want you to write 我叫 and write your name. So we actually had so much fun yesterday assigning our Chinese names for everybody. Like we had Kalila, Aima, and Aimi. Okay, we had Isana. So we all got our Chinese names yesterday. So you will write 我叫 and then whatever your name is. I will be sending through your Chinese names by text as well so that you've all got them. Okay, moving on. I just want to point out that with 名字 and 叫 and all of that, there are actually a couple of ways to say my name is. So for the older kids in the group, the ones who think it's not too difficult, I want you to try to memorize 我的名字叫 and then your name, and also 我叫 and then your name. For the younger kids, you can either say 我叫 like 我叫 Emma, or you can say 我是 I am. 我是 Isona. I am Isona. Okay, we're going to skip a few for next week. We're going down to 最. 最 means the most. So I asked you guys in the class and I was so happy that you guys were able to figure it out on your own. How will you say the best? The best of something. That's right. 好,最好. So you will say if something is the best, you say 最好. So we said yesterday, she is my best friend. 她, so friend is 朋友. 她是我最好的朋友. 她是我最好的朋友. And for favorite, if you want to say something is your favorite food, your favorite clothes, or your favorite color, you say 最喜欢. So it goes to show you that you can use 最 with a adjective such as tall or short or fast. 他最快. He is the fastest, maybe at running a race or something. And you can also use it with the word 喜欢. I like the most. Something I like the most. So for your favorite color, you will just say 我最喜欢蓝色. 我最喜欢紫色. Now we're going down to 喝 and 喝. So the one is 喝, to drink something. 我喜欢喝茶. I like to drink tea. And the other one, 喝, means and. 我和他, me and her. So that's all you need to know. They sound the same, but they're different. Okay, moving on. 来自. 来自 means come from. So you can come from your country, or you can say like where you were born. You know, maybe you're a South African. So you can say 我来自南非. Or yesterday we had a variety of countries in the classroom, which was so fun. 我来自荷兰. 我来自英国. 我来自中国. 我来自香港. 我来自美国. 我来自黎巴嫩. 我来自意大利. 我来自希腊. Okay, so the next one we've got is 朋友, friend. 他是我最好的朋友. He or she is my best friend. So you will notice here, we know you said that 的 means possessive form. 我的 is mine, 你的 is yours. But if it's a person and if they're very, very close to us, a friend or family, then you don't have to say the. So you can say 我妈妈. You don't have to say 我的妈妈. 我爸爸. You don't have to say 我的爸爸. And you can say 我朋友. You don't have to say 我的朋友. But we do put the de after 最好 because we were talking about if you want to, for example, 蓝色的马 blue horse. So you're describing something, then you will put the de. So 最好的朋友. So that de comes between 好 and 朋友. Okay, so the sentence is 他是我最好的朋友. My best friend. Okay, and then we will see 上学 means go to school. So we said 我在 Somerset College 上学. I at Somerset College go to school. So it means I go to school at Somerset College. 学习 is learn, to learn something. 我学习中文 Chinese. Okay, and 学校, the bottom one means school. Somerset College 是一个学校. Somerset College is a school. Somerset College 是一个学校. Now for the next page, we're not actually going to write anything. I'm just going to go through them. So the first one is a list of activities. So when you're filling out your oral, you will see the last 4 open slots on the oral are for sports or hobbies or activities. If you want to know something specific, you can ask me via WhatsApp and I'll send you the word. You can also even look for it on Google if you want to, but you can text me anytime if you want to know. So you're basically just I want you to choose 4 activities that you're going to fill into the slots, but I don't want any repeats. So I don't want you to say, I like swimming and on Tuesdays I do swimming. Try to be creative. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly what you do on a Tuesday. Just try to be creative and try to pick 4 different ones. And then you'll also see that there's a list of foods and some drinks. So that is for when you say what you like to eat and what you don't like to drink. You can also change it and say something that you do like to drink and don't like to eat. It's up to you. You can change the oral a little bit if you want to. So I'm just going to go through them for pronunciation. Okay? The first one, sport. 运动. 运动 means to do sport. 我喜欢运动. I like sport. Okay? Swim. 游泳. 游泳 is swim. I am going swimming. 我去 is go. 我去游泳. 我去游泳. Okay? Draw pictures. 画画. Sing songs. 唱歌. Listen to music. 听音乐. 听音乐. Watch a movie. 看电影. Do you remember 看 means to look at something or watch something? 看电影. 电影 is a movie. And then this one we just, it's not really a hobby, but it's something, just an action that we do. Speak is 说话. So that one I actually put in there to show you how all of these, you'll notice all of these are 2 characters. So it's a verb and a thing. So 话 means words, it's a word. And 说 means to speak. So actually when you're saying I speak or I'm speaking, you say 我说话, I am speaking words. 看电影, I am watching a movie. 听音乐, I'm listen, 听 is listen, 音乐 is music. 唱歌, 唱 is sing, 歌 is song. Okay, so everything is actually a compound basically. 做事 means to do something, like just to do something in general, like I have to do something. So 做 is to do and 事 is a thing or a matter, something that you have to go do. So if someone says, hey, do you want to come play with me? You can say, oh, I can't. 我要做事. I am going to, 我要, I'm going to go do something. 我要做事. Okay? And then 玩游戏. So that one's actually got 3 compounds, but that's because 游戏 means a game. So 玩 is to play. 玩游戏. And then 看书 is read a book. And then some food items. Apple is 苹果, 苹果. Strawberry, 草莓, 草莓. Sweets, 糖, 糖. Broccoli, 西兰花, 西兰花. Cauliflower, 菜花, 菜花. Vegetables, 蔬菜, 蔬菜. Orange, 橘子, 橘子. Watermelon, 西瓜, 西瓜. Milk, 牛奶, 牛奶. Cheese, 奶酪, 奶酪. Yogurt, 酸奶, 酸奶. You will notice that milk, cheese, and yogurts all have the word nai in them. That all just means it's a dairy or a milk product. And mushroom, 蘑菇, 蘑菇. Okay, so now we're going to use what we've learned to fill in the blanks in our oral. I will show you guys an example of a filled in page so you know where to write.